Rodrigo, please stop this. Please stop the decline of rock music. Okay? I got 4 points here. I'm going to break it down. Okay? What's happening with rock music? It's declining. And how Olivia Rodrigo, our trusty friend up here, is bringing it back. So, as you may notice, Olivia Rodrigo is essentially Weezer for Girls. Half the songs on her record are pop songs, and they're very slow and low tempo. They're not very rock. But the other half of them are extremely rock. And let's see what I wrote here. Let's go. Yup, I said it. Think about it. Her tracks like Good For You and Bad Idea Right have that heavy distortion, super catchy melodies, and a straightforward emotional punch. If you close your eyes, you can almost hear them on Weezer's Blue album or Pinkerton. It's got that same raw energy. Except instead of singing about sweaters and undone feelings, we're getting teen angst with a modern twist. It's awesome, and it works. If you don't believe me, go listen and tell me that they don't have that classic but fresh vibe. So go check it out yourself. Okay, segment number 2. Why Olivia Rodrigo's songs are so reproducible. This is the second beautiful thing. This is why I think Olivia Rodrigo is going to help us bring rock back. Okay? First off, she's making Weezer for Girls. It's amazing. It's really for everyone. But it's, come on, look at the photo. I did that in Photoshop. Oi! Anyways, her songs are super, super reproducible. It's not like some super complex, hard composition. Olivia's best rock songs, written with Dan Nigro, are incredible. Yes, but also simple. I haven't read his name before, and it's tricky with that one. But that's not a dig. It's a compliment. These tracks show you that you don't need a mega studio or a PhD in music theory to make something fantastic. A few distorted power chords, some killer hooks, and a relatable lyric can take you a long way. For budding rock musicians, her songs are a masterclass in doing a lot with a little. You could probably reproduce Good For You in GarageBand with a cheap mic and a borrowed guitar. It's accessible, and that's exciting because it levels the playing field for new rock talent. This is the point. This is point 2, is you can learn how to make these really good songs by just remaking her songs, figuring out how to get them to sound good, do your own covers, and then from there, you can just play around with it and say, what if I move these? What if I move it down a couple frets? What if I move it up? What if I change the words? How does it change it? What if I make, this? What if I change earlier, slow, yada, yada, yada. Now let's get to this last point. This is a very, very important point for you people here. Olivia Rodrigo is the dove. You might not know what I'm talking about because you guys haven't been to church on Sunday. You haven't been to the mosque. You haven't been to the synagogue. But if you have, you know what I'm talking about, okay? In Noah's Ark, there's this guy, Noah. He gets on this boat. The whole world gets flooded. And then he's like, okay, how am I supposed to know when the flooding is stopped and I can come off the ark? And so he sends out a raven. And the raven goes up. The raven goes out, and the raven comes back. So he goes, okay, well, the raven didn't find anything. It didn't stay on some land, so there must not be any land. Then he goes, after a while, he goes, okay, let me send out a dove. Sends out a dove. First time, nothing happens. Next week, he sends out the dove. It comes back, of course, but with an olive leaf. The leaf from an olive branch. He goes, okay, the trees now are poking out of the water. Water's here. Trees above the water. They're poking out. Maybe not the land yet. 1 week later, he sends out the dove. The dove does not come back. The dove does not come back, people. The dove doesn't come back. He's not back. The dove, not back. What does that tell us? The water has receded. The dove's on the land. He's chilling. Things are good. He doesn't return. We're on the ark right now, people. Rock has been in decline since the label system went down around 2008, and they stopped making any money from record sales off rock music, and they stopped pushing rock music. We've been in the flood. The waters have been high. We've been on the ark. We're surviving. 48% of Americans, their number one genre, is rock and roll. But it's not been here. It's because We haven't been making it. We haven't been finding each other. But that's about to change. The water's been high. We've been on the ark. We've been stranded, 48% of us. But guess what? We sent her out. We sent Miss Rodrigo out off the ark, and she came back. She came back all right. She came back with the olive leaf, okay? And now we're sending her out again with the second record. And guess what? She didn't even come back. The water has receded, people. It is time for rock to return. It's going to return on the internet. It's going to return with TikTok. But you also got to do the podcasts, because if people just see you on TikTok, they just see you on Instagram, but if they listen to your music, it's also like, okay, but like, does that make a fan? But if they can fall in love with you, they can see you, every week for a couple hours a week, get a talk with you. You're my bestie. You're my best friend. There we go. Then we get a community going. Then we got people. Then we got friends. We all come together. And then we have rock. So what do we got to do? What do we got to do? Let's see what I wrote on the script, okay? Oh, here's the whole point. Here's to really show that it's not just Olivia Rodrigo, yada, yada, with the whole rock thing, that she came back first time as the olive branch, olive leaf from the branch, yada, 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 technicalities. Anyways, then she had the Breeders. Kim Deal, who played bass and sang in the Pixies, had her own band called the Breeders. The Breeders are a very cool band made up of girls. And Kim Deal, very awesome. The Pixies, very awesome, famous band. Olivia Rodrigo is a big fan of the Breeders, Kim Deal's band. She had them open at Madison Square Garden. So at Madison Square Garden, you have the Breeders, and then you have Olivia Rodrigo playing. This is huge because Olivia knows what she's doing, and she's put out in front of the good people. The people are ready. The land is fertile land, ready for us rockers and us rock fans alike, musicians and fans alike, to get down there and to get moving, okay, people? Now, what's the call to action? What's the end of this thing? I'm going to wrap it up. Some people on the last videos, they go, you talk too long. I like the sound of my own voice, but I understand for some of you, it might be hard to take in all of this awesomeness all at once. So we are going to go to segment 4, or as the Germans might do it, they would do this. They would say, yes, this is segment 4. And so what do we do with this? We act. Take Olivia Rodrigo's hit rock songs as your blueprint. Start by learning her songs, cover them, figure out why they work, share them, evangelize the message to your friends, your family, your dog, your pet, anybody who will listen to you. Use her songs as inspiration to create your own. Shift things around a little bit. Just play around with the tools. Speed them up, speed them down, see what happens. Go in GarageBand. GarageBand comes free with like all of your stuff. It has plenty of stuff. I've made many a tune in GarageBand, and they can sound really good. There's also free softwares you can download. Amped Roots is a free guitar amp if you want some more hard rock, metal type of guitar tones. If you want something less distorted, the built-in stuff on GarageBand is really good. So that's what you're going to do. Use her songs as your inspiration, and most importantly, believe that rock can come back bigger and better than ever. You're not waiting for the dove to return anymore, folks. This time is now. The time is now. Pick up your guitar and your digital audio workstation, and let's bring back rock to life. If you're with me, hit the subscribe button. Why don't you hit it? It's right there, okay? You like this video? Send it to a friend. Get them juiced up. Get them ready, okay? Tell them we're bringing back rock. I'm going to be posting plenty of guitar tutorials, teaching you all the songs, Arctic Monkeys, all the things that I like that are like this, and you're going to learn to play them, and then you're going to learn to record them. Maybe I'll make some videos on how to record stuff once I'm, a little more practice with that. But there's lots of people. I'll link some people in the comments. Anyways, share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe, like the video, comment to boost it in the algorithm, and let's spread. I messed that up. Let's spread the gospel of rock together. Together we can bring back rock. See you in the next video.